Hello. Happy MLK Day weekend. I'm Sandra from SmartEsq. I am here to share with you the highlights of what I learned last week. First, the basics. Despite the arrival of Paul Atkins at the SEC and a pivot toward capital formation, the administrative clock hasn't slowed down. For private fund managers, the first quarter is, as usual, defined by deadlines. Your Form ADV annual amendment is due by March 30th. This year, there is a heightened focus on accuracy regarding purportedly advised funds. If it's on the ADV, you need the records to prove it exists. For large hedge fund advisors, the quarterly Form PF remains a priority, especially as we look toward the October 1st deadline for those more granular look-through amendments. Key dates to keep on your radar include the February 14th deadline for Schedule 13G filings and the ongoing quarterly 13F and 13H requirements. The takeaway here, the Atkins SEC may be more open to dialogue, but a missed filing is still the easiest path to a deficiency letter. Use the first quarter to audit your data sources, particularly as Regulation SBS new 30-day breach notification rule is now live for large managers. Moving to the marketing rule, just before the holidays, the SEC's Division of Examinations issued a fresh risk alert. This isn't a tonal shift, it's a warning. The staff is zeroing in on 3 specific areas: testimonials, endorsements, and third-party ratings. The SEC has observed that many firms are still struggling with substantiation. If your marketing materials claim a portfolio company CEO prefers your firm for its operational expertise, you must have documentation in the file, dated before the ad went out, proving that statement is true. Furthermore, the SEC is flagging compensated endorsements. If you are an advisor acquiring another firm, and the executives of the acquired firm are sending letters to clients praising the deal while receiving retention bonuses or success fees, the SEC may view those as compensated endorsements. This requires clear, prominent disclosure of the conflict of interest within the communication itself. Treat every M&A announcement as a potential advertisement and take the necessary precautions. On the filing front, there's a technical but vital update regarding confidential treatment requests, or CTRs. The SEC has updated the process for advisors seeking to keep certain information in their filings, like proprietary investment strategies or sensitive LP data, away from the public eye. Historically, getting a CTR was a burdensome, manual process. The new guidance clarifies that while the SEC is becoming more procedurally efficient, the substantive bar remains high. You must demonstrate that the information is both customarily and actually treated as private, and that its disclosure would cause substantial competitive harm. For firms undergoing 2026 examinations, the practical takeaway is to review your Form ADV and Form PF data through a competitor's lens. If you have information that could give a rival an edge, start the CTR process early. The SEC is less likely to grant these requests retroactively once a document has been scraped by public databases. Finally, we look west. California is doubling down on its role as a social regulator for the venture capital industry. Senate Bill 54 is now in effect, creating a first-of-its-kind diversity reporting mandate. VC firms with a nexus to California must now collect and report demographic data on the founding teams of the companies they fund. This includes race, gender, and sexual orientation. While the law faces ongoing legal challenges regarding the First Amendment, the reporting window is approaching. VCs are now tasked with the uncomfortable job of demographic data collection during the term sheet phase. For PE firms with VC arms or late-stage growth strategies, this adds a significant layer of ESG-related compliance. It's no longer just about optics. It's a statutory requirement with potential fines for noncompliance. If you haven't integrated demographic surveys into your deal flow pipeline yet, you should get into action as soon as possible. That's it for this week. You can learn more about these topics from me on the SmartEsq platform. If you are curious about the services we offer, please visit www.smartesq.ai.